Mine is very short and simple, my message, and my focus is the young generation. First of all, I'm the product of EPLF. Second, I'm a mother. Everywhere in Eritrea, especially Sahel, you will find a cemetery. This independence nobody gave us. This independence didn't come in a round table. People died everywhere to liberate Eritrea. أزيو مريرني نمنتا إنا قبوك عينة sacrifice كيرنا نزي كنجر ندك إذا ترايزي كونه نخماخاتكم يانج YPFDJ توم حدري دك خايم زتورها فقولت كأن حتى سويهم كوينهم إذن حدا نتناتهم حدري كنا مال إن حكونا نزي أمونا بقومت كنتوم علينا نسخاتكم حجي نمزكات رايزي كونه you guys have to write about it you have to tell the world بستريتشر جيروم نفتو هالبتيمو هجي يقنزون يروم أي حتي نايمت عيدي إرترات تكات لبنان نخوف نبل بيرون رايزن لنا بورد خالاتنا under the tree نفرتي إندا دبدبا أب underground إندا أتنا إندا تحبأنا إذا حجي نمنتاي خوبو نيرو what was the point for that نتي نصوم زجمرو نجر نخق اتصل أب حادث أوكي بالمنتي I live in Seattle, Washington. You can call me. You can. I'm happy to share with you and also to show you the way.
Next, we'll move to it's AT Almaz. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how old you were when you joined, what inspired you to join the revolution, where did you spend most of your time, and what role did you have?
Thank you to Hedri for following our footsteps, continuing our work, especially in diaspora with so many distractions, so many things can divert your attention, everything. That I like to thank you. Tell you this, you guys are our asset, Eritrean asset. So keep up a good work and I'm very proud of you. My name is Almaz. I live in Seattle, Washington right now, but I am EPLF's the fighter, of course, Tegadalit. I joined EPLF in 1978 when I was very young, 11, during the Ethiopian invasion in southern part of Eritrea. Then, of course, we had to evacuate all this like Mahbarman State, Baba, other. So we had to leave the Kamhare and with other Baba and went Sahel Bet Murtsora. At that time, there were like many students there, and also so we were in a place called Zero. They used to call it Zero. It wasn't like Zero originally, but they had to give it like a name so Ethiopia cannot then after that Ethiopia were invading Eritrea almost everywhere, so even including Sahel, so we had to evacuate from that school, continuing like, and we went Sudan. At some point of our time we were in Sudan's land, so that is to secure the main hospital, the very young, they used to call Asa Shu'ate, Bet Murtsora, and others. We used to live in Sudan like for 2-3 years. After that, during the 6th offense, we came to Eritrea called Ararib. So we were in Ararib for a few years. Then after that, we went like to teach people in Eritrea, in villages, just to everybody to write and read. After that, I went to Bahli. The main thing is to talk about Martyrs Day today. Of course, your name is Hedri. That is like to continue the legacy of our martyrs. Even as at that time, they used to call us Hedri. We were a lot younger than you are guys, but they keep telling us, you guys are takatna, to continue what we are doing now. So focus in your school, learn what you should learn, like the history of Eritrea, everything. The war took so many years. We even ourselves involved in the war. Unfortunately, that was the Eritrean history. Like it took so long. Even after that, the Wayanis came and the war continued again. My point I want to tell you is like to continue why we have to talk this, or what do we learn from this, is like our martyrs. Everywhere in Eritrea, especially Sahel, if you go, you will find a cemetery everywhere. Like if you go even Arar, forget the front line. The front line is obviously Ethiopian. They used to bomb us. So many things can sacrifice the loved ones, the Tegadalit. Basically, we have so many martyrs during the first war with Dark. All this as why. If it wasn't from them, we wouldn't have the country we call Eritrea now. We wouldn't have the flag. It's all from them, not only them, everybody doing their best. Like people in Asmara, Alambaka prison, all this. It's not only people died in the war. People died everywhere to liberate Eritrea, to have independence. For us, what we need to learn is this independence nobody gave us. This independence didn't come in a round table. This independence took so many lives. It took so long. That is I want to share with you guys. بحاطيرو انتي كبلت زدلي اتي تاريخنا نحنا نوحينا غيرنا اب كوينات بتاعنا نوح غزي توسيلو نحنا نبعلنا زيوم حجي عبيتي كوينوم زلو بعل علي سيد ولا بعل إسياس نبعلهم احد عم بابا خلنا تكاتنا نسخاتكم داولو تقاسس لزنوحه نحنا نبعلنا شعو ابتي ميدا خلنا اركيبو الناسي ايفن بيت مرصورا خلنا اب شاشاي ورا تقادلتي وقات مسكام ماتوت كلهم تقادلتي نقيد فرونت لاينز لزخدو نحنا بيت مرصورا اتساتهم كبروز وكل سراحات نحنا نقبرو نيرنا حجي نوح جزيت رايزي كونو وسيدو ازيو مرير نيرو كم أصل زخانة يقعنا تنات متي حجي سخاتكم اتي نزخ تعقبوا لكم Esra Sene نعوم نمذكر رايزي كونه تناتهم legacy من تايم كم خوينو السوم تزي قبرنا نيرهم أبزي أمي بتحنا تزي سخاتكم تقبروا زلهم بالطعمي أدمايرز قبركم كما هم كبوز حلوهم كلا أي نجار كأ نسخاتكم حجي نمذكر رايزي كونه you guys have to write about it you have to tell the world you have to continue to next generation حجي honest I was 11 now I have children like your age now so I have to tell them نساتن كأ ندك أن كمونا بله تي Eritrea unique stories alwa. Everywhere you go, Amira khalna bzaba Vietnam maharina a little bit similar.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us with Almaz.
Now we'd like to hear about your experiences, the martyrs in your life, the stories that you have, lessons that you've learned, how they've impacted you.
Everything in Meda probably we need like days and days, even months or years. The things I learned in Meda, my experience shaped me the woman I am today in every phase of my life. Everything. نعخاتكم حجينا توم حدري بزي أقد أمزي انتاي كبردل مسلكم نخلهم أنا تمهاريت كوينة جميرة منياتونا عشتو سلز نبرنا تمهارو كوينة جميرنا تعدمينا نكويناتنا عطول الجزية سلزي نبرة ناب بيت مرصورة أتينا مالتيو كاب مزلع قينون ساحل ندأتنا ولا كاب ساحل أبوزح بوتاتات بحال خنرئي الخيد نيرنا أحد عم بابا خوينا ناشتو إنا نيرنا ناشتو بمبارنا حجي إتم شعو أبحكم مناتات أبغلا خنر خلنا إتا زبلنا زنوبر من أختي أي حتي نايمة سايتي إرترا تكاتبنا نيرو you are the one to replace us because it is ما أسي غدا تقالتي ما أسي نحن عوات nobody knows حجي نعنا كم تكاتي يبلونا نيرو يذكرني أب one place called سبرقطة حكمنا ناي حزباو بارت زعبي حكمنا Ethiopian soldiers they were pushing and the war was so vicious so many wounded soldiers نيرهم كانوا ريوم يلنا مسكنا بستريتشر جيروم نبت بحالهم تيوم حجي يقنزو نيرهم they were in a very severe pain. Then they keep telling us احتي تكاتنا مسخاتكم ناي مصا تكاتي يبلنا نيرو كل غزي يخبو بلنا نيرو ولا دحار بيت مرصورا خوينا كاب سودان مصينا عرارب مساتنا اب عرارب كلتي ناي كفلتات تغارالاي بمولون غمبار كيدو منياتو the war was so heavy so vicious dark that is the last offense نعنا destroy الجبرنا that was obviously وسيدو نيرو حجي حزباو غمبار كتدالو سلازلوا كلهم تغاللتن الميت كيدهم including تيوم لاين حكمنا عبالات front line workers يوم نيروم سمنا تموغات first aid كهبومبر كسكومي كل يوم then تي صرجع بالسودان متيو بتحدث بناي إرترا بتي wars نبرة zone متيو in the middle again it was like a small mountain they have to cut that mountain to connect the road so that wasn't finished so in the middle شاشة ورش الجمرة بيت مرصورة تنمصوم يرنا نتموجات كاب تحتي كسب لعلي ليتي إنا نمصوم مهنياتو قطري ناي نفرتي airplane بام جبرانا سلز نبرة نمصوم يرنا كنا تسكيمنا يوم كيت كلنا they felt so bad we carried them زي تدربينا أنتي كن جبرينا نحنا نعخدكم صجام كويناكم كبيدناكم جلا بنيرهم حجي كل جزء زولنا زنورون إحنا تمهارهم مخنا سلسفوتو راشتو مخنا سلسفولتو إتي حدر زولنا زنورو نسوم جمروا نحنا خنقصلو حجي إزي it's like بدعم كبيد مال اختي somebody even your father and mother in the deathbed كله نحر حدا نجار نحر رأى نجيروكا that's a legacy that is a must for you to continue so as Hedri as Eritrean people نسوم كم زتزي جوبنيرهم أي متأنتي أبهز باوهم بار not only adult age كويني كونن even كبيت مرصورة young people تسووا نيرو حجي أنت قريفو ملكا كتحاسبو خلقا you guys are so lucky you sleep in bed you have a library you have actual classroom you have pen and multiple like you choose like pencils things like that we used to sit in a rack نخوف نبل بيرونت رازنت رايزلنا بورد خالاتنا under the tree كمو خلو كمان نفرتي إندا دبدبا أب underground إندا أتنا إندا حبأنا نيرنا إذا حجي نمنتاي خوبو نيرو what was the point for that من حريركا نتي نصوم زجمرو نجر نخق اتصل أب حادث أو كيبل منتي حجي نحنا نتي ناتهم نتي تمرتي كمان attention كنجبرلو نتي خالق attention كنجبرلو اتناتهم حدري اتناتهم مال اختي اتصلوا أجوهم تمهارو جلا يولس لزنبريهم حجي بزعبا individual تسووا كنزارة بزحيو أي أخلاني كمان زكيزي then it is the whole point of ناي Martyrs Day Esra Sene ناتي ناي Almaz مال اختي بزا أقاد أمزي young generation I have children so I always sit with my kids and tell them the story the dad is Tegadalit mom is Tegadalit and sometimes they don't believe it. We don't even have a pair of clothes to change. Sometimes when we wash our clothes, we have to stay until that dries. We don't have extra underwear. We don't have bra. Raji, they never know one year. Haji, iti independence na Eritrea خمت كله وي Eritrea انت خفيلة عند حريلك بزوحي تخفيله. كاب حدا جزا 4 تسوي يوم 5 تسوي يوم especially سدرابيت سوات مسؤول بتيوم حدري نكلنا حلف نتيون أتكون قرأي كونن جن أب consideration كأتو تيوم سدراتات سوات of course ذاك سوات علو نسوونكم يوم جن especially سب مسأرجة إتي فيتشري تناتو نايسرح كامبلع نيجل ندا بودلس لزخيد بدحريو دك خايم زتورها فنقولعد كأن حتى سوي يوم كوينهم إذن حدا نتناتهم حدري كنا مال إن حركونا نزيومنا بقمة كنتوهم علينا إساتهم دقوم انت زي هبون يروم دقوم انت زي سوسي إذا حجر خيبنا زلنا مرخبنا دو زبل حتوس لازمت بزي أقات أمزي نخول نجا كنا مالو
Perfect. Thank you so much, Bits A to Almaz. It's so great to hear your motivation for us. Come on.
Her question is, how can we support you guys, our Bits that fought in the war and that have endured a lot of trauma? How can we support you guys in being more comfortable just talking about those things and telling your story? And she said, we typically don't talk about those traumas that come as a consequence of the war, but how can we support you in talking about it more and telling us those stories, us as the youth?
Let me tell you this. One day, my professor asked me about Eritrean history. You know what he suggests after I told him? He suggests for me to go to counseling, therapy, because later on in my life I will suffer with post-traumatic stress. But I don't think so. I've had a society had a norm allo. مش had a حبرتسب difficult زهانون had a حبرتسب جن adapt سكبرو. هجي إندحر تاريخنا إرترا إندحر متينا كاب نويح عمتات درجة from generation to generation young age نذكرون إحنا سي أرسراويت متيوم كأوتنا يوم تخسي متيو جلا كم دابنا عبينا درجة adapt جرنا أتي normal ناتنا ناي life ناسي أب كندي توي باربي جلا خند نتصاوت نارخبنا أما جدي جلا كمينا عبينا حجي trauma of Eritrea war trauma I have never seen any like we are trauma proof. I think if I understand the question how we support you guys, yes, it's a good idea to support the Tegadalit wala gale ግን the focus for me as a person especially نومعتنا Esra Sene ኢና نزارب ዘለና አንተ ወይ ውን mention ገርያ ነረ ነቲኦም ስድራ ስዋት ደቂ ስዋት ውን ምስኦም እዮም ግን at least ሕጂ በቲ ኣብ ኤርትራ ዘሎ ናይ education privilege-ኦም ሕጂ ዘይነበረ education سريحهم تماهيرهم أبصراح زمدقولو ነገራት ገለ ተፈጢሩሎም ኣሎ ስድራ ቤት ግን ኣሪጎም ደቆም ተሰዊኦም ኣብ ክንዲ ነቲ ካልእ ዝኸውን ፎከሲ ኣብኦም ክኸውን ፎከስ ንዕኦም ከዓ ክሕገዙ ይሓይሽ ይብል Let me conclude what I want to say. Mine is very short and simple, my message, and my focus is a young generation because, first of all, I'm the product of EPLF. Second, I'm a mother. I have children like you guys. So, ab Eritrea, maswati is a norm. Each household, at least one or two. Tasawai. Haji, eti maswati aykunan garimuna bza'ba individual maswati menu. Would menu أبي تسويه كنول زي كوانسي why that happen نمنتاي 30 عام تقادلنا نمنتاي دحري ويانا مسمتل ولاونتنا كنحلو زو كله وارساي يانغ حواتنا نعشتو قدفنا يوم سخدنا وي بدحرينا استولودو أركيبو لهم يساتهم كيتعرفوا تسويهم حجي نزو كله زي history we don't need like this virtual meeting or festival or something to learn about this you can Google You can ask people. You can learn in many ways. Unfortunately, this year, everybody is supposed to stay home quarantine. I hope everybody is healthy. Everything is well said, and I hope أبلبنا يحضروا أجهم يوم حضري. دكنا يأخذ حجز نسخاتكم نكسكسوكم تاريخ ننقركم ناتنا حلافنا تيو. بس أنا نايم بسيك الزارب كبير حلافنا تعلني مهنياتهم سواتنا عنا دا تلابو سلازخدو. جانا أخذكم كنقركم نسخاتكم كأكمانا أخذ كتسلو سلازدلي سبيشال كم أدي قلعت سلازلو أنا خا كم زيارة أسمعني دك أيسي كابز أنا زحالف بوس انتاي كم هراق لا تستنزر خبو أنا أي رخبكون كم زي حجسن لايف زلون إحنا أين برنامج نمنتاي purpose يخاقم كوينو نمنتاي ناخبو عينة sacrifice كيرنا نزي كنجر ندك أي ترايزي كونه نخماخاتكم young YPFDJ توم حدري كأب زخوني يكون أجات أمسي كرخبوكم كعللوكم سي I would be very happy and I'm willing to do it so anytime you need anything from me I'm willing to help and support أنا حجي كم أبيت مرسورات ماهيرة أبزباو مرز عبهو عب حلافنا تعلني now I'm a mom I'm not young anymore if you are sister or brother you have to talk to your sibling or your friends so it's not like only like you have to entertain in music or you have to show people your talent زي كونه إتي أوشتنا زلوا history زعبا تاريخ إيرترا زعبا سوا زعبا حزبا وجنبار إنتي عينت نيرو overall نحزب إيرترا تاريخ كنقدر نحركوينه feel free I live in Seattle Washington you can call me you can invite me I'm happy to share with you and also to show you the way so that is my message زال Almaz غرين سواتنا كبروا الموجسن حزب إيرترا I'm hoping everybody to stay healthy and fight this virus and we will continue fight this virus we all together and we all working so hard to defend our country so thank you okay thank you so much Ms. Almaz